Hello homies, we are back in the studio and it is time for NRG to join the server. The first map is going to be Mirage between NRG and SK, and SK have got some nice, they've got some experience under their belts now with this new roster. I won't say nice because they didn't win their matches, and only winning would make it nice. This should be a good match. This is the match I was looking forward to today.
Yeah, NRG's Mirage is insane. It's literally like one of the best Mirages I've played against in NA. And I actually recently looked at all of their Mirage demos from ECS this season, which they're undefeated on, and they're insane.
So what's so good about them?
Their tempos are very good. Like if you watch the Optic match, they started down like 5-1 first half, and then the second half they were down like 1-7. Like both halves they lost pistols. They won the first gun. They lost the next gun. So they had to eco twice. And it's just like they still won 16-12. That's like insane. They win every gun round. Like they have slow defaults, fast defaults, AXX, BXX, fakes off of those. They have so many different things.
What are your expectations?
I think NRG will win. Mirage. What's the map after?
Inferno.
Inferno. Oh yeah, I think I'll win this series.
We can get to Inferno later, but for now it's Mirage. NRG have looked really cool, and it's great for Daps as well.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty awesome. He has a habit of building a good team and getting kicks from the team, like which is what Liquid was. When Denial picks up Liquid and he got kicks from that team, that was like, you know, like built up this cool team.
Why did you say that this is good though? It's good that he gets kicked.
No, don't see that he gets kicked, but it's good. He's got like a good team, and you know they're promising and stuff. And can we see the leaderboard for North America?
You're trying to say that he's ripe to be kicked. Like
what are you saying, James?
I'm not saying it's time. I like Daps. Daps is a friend. I'm saying that he's in a good position right now. I don't want to see him get kicked. It's just, you know, historically it happens a lot. 10-0.
They're 10-0. Why would they kick Daps, James?
Exactly. That's my point. Let's just keep everything.
Are you backpedaling?
Screw you guys. Anyway, 10-0 are NRG. They're up there, and today they're going to be trying to do the Astralis. I think Astralis are 12-0.
Ooh.
At the moment,
yeah, plus 87 rounds.
Yeah, so we shall see what they can do. NRG starting on the CT side. SK will be the aggressors, and what aggressors they will be. I look forward to the buy rounds because I think Fallen is well and truly warmed up now, doing nasty things with the AWP late on Inferno.
I feel like NRG might be my favorite team in North America right now to watch, at least because they're new, they're fresh, and there's a lot going on. This map could be one of the best maps to watch them on also. Fallen going for the open plots. I don't know if he's pretty covered. I guess he is at the moment for the time being. 2 players from the upper vent, so that should be interesting. Furt looking to perhaps try to wrap around the back of CT. Trying to just make things a bit awkward here for the retake of NRG, but NRG doing a decent job. That bomb is well and truly in the open though. Nice! Oh my god, Bolts is doing damage at range, but still the plant comes, the defuse comes in. Very nice from our NRG. Bolts! Just killing everyone though.
That was nice.
Daps always has the smoke and the defuse kit. I think that's the second smoke defuse we've seen from him in the last like 3 matches. I don't recall the previous map it was. I want to say Cash, but I'm really not sure. I think it was Cash actually on A.
It's crazy too because when Daps was defusing, like when Bolts was like, oh god, someone's defusing, he killed him in like 3 hits with the Glock. So that was
the no armor Glock that close. Oof.
Yeah.
You die real quick.
Yeah.
3.5 million, over 3.5 million points given away so far this league. Again, make sure your FACEIT account is connected to your YouTube account, and make sure you're watching on gaming.youtube.com/FACEIT. That's where you go. That is specifically where the drops happen. That's where the magic happens. The magic, the cards, the bunnies, the hats.
Can you still get the FACEIT car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
2 MP9s out for the CT side. The Deagles, this is a big buy from SK. This is a nasty buy. They're forcing it up after the bomb plant.
Yeah, I actually like this. I think it's a lot of fun. It can be quite surprising. You know that you'll be against SMGs. There's like a lot of ways you can try to anticipate to leverage your advantages against them. And so just keeping tabs on middle. I like this again. You know, you don't want to get too overconfident. That's another way it can catch teams off guard, is because you may expect, you know, the full Glock. Someone gets a bit too confident looking for the eco frags, goes down.
This is where having a USP only in the second round as a CT, because the T's planted the bomb, goes wrong. When they force bot and you're not expecting Kevlar, because in this round someone like Oscar, or me of course, because I'm on the, you know, I'm in the same conversation as Oscar of course, we will be buying the AWP on the 3rd round if we go USP only on the 2nd round.
Yeah, and also, it's really easy to get caught in middle. You saw Cirque, there was a timing where if a guy was walking underpass, he would have been vulnerable in the window.
Yeah.
And that was the time he rolled the connector. He's very aware of that.
Now, SK haven't fired a bullet yet, but these grenades will tell a story. We've got players very close to the triple position, although one NRG player is on the ramp, and that's going to be most certainly helpful. That's Buckley! What a shot from Fallen. He actually adjusted for the headshot on a moving player while cancelling his own movement. And even though they lost the round, can I just say, that is not easy to do. And it's really awesome to see. That's a demonstration of individual skill. That's ridiculous.
I have to say, like, some of the small details about NRG. One of the things I like about this team is they're, like Fnatic, they try to be active. They try to find, like, every single spot, how can I be active? And it's actually when, like, for me personally, when I've watched NRG, when I see them, when they think that they should play more passively, that's actually when I tend to see them play a little bit worse. From the limited sample size I've seen on some maps, it's clean house. But in that previous round, for example, just seeing Ethan just finding this, like, this couple seconds, just dart in front of the smoke, get a quick pick, fall back behind, just find a kill in a safe way. These little details are really cool to see.
Yeah, it's really smart, too, to go out hugging that left, because you have that little slanted wall that kind of protects you. Get a teammate close to ramp. So you use that little texture in the map to basically slide out, get that kill, and jump away. Yeah, that was like really well played by Ethan.
Yeah, the fragging power on this team is pretty nuts.
Do we have to call him naughty?
We
refuse.
We do not. We refuse.
We do not engage.
Does he say that?
But when we first started commentating North American CS, we did say Reltuck or something, because we didn't know his name was Cutler. That was an interesting experience.
I mean, to be fair, James.
Did you feel scammed when you realized?
I was like, well, I'm just so happy I don't have to say Reltuck anymore.
I think it's because everyone was tweeting us.
Or Retzluck.
Come on, guys, it's Cutler. It's like, it's obviously Cutler. Well, we've never seen him before, have we?
Why is his name backwards?
Yeah, it's hardly our fault. Come on.
Well, this has not gone well for NRG. They were not expecting the player to the right, it seems, and when the player to the right came out, the player to the left came out. And that is the A site taken by SK Gaming. Now, what do NRG choose to do? If they lose CT, surely it's round over, but Breeze gets the kill there. Brezzy holding down the CT position, and it's game on.
Oh, definitely game on, because Breeze can now just push the smoke. He heard the dig, he knows kills up for grabs, he'll grab it, but there's still more players to go. And NRG, they may just be on a mission for damage. I'm not sure. There is a smoke for how doable is this really for NRG? That without any incendiaries, this becomes very, very labored as they start to push the deeper angles. Just fucking left. The damage has been decent. If we consider that it was a 3v5 to get it to a 0v2, or just 2 men surviving, I suppose, is pretty good. You know, keep the economy honest of SK. There is a world where you could say that they could have saved. Like, where do you stand, Sean? Do you think there was a world where they should have saved there for this round?
Yeah, I think they probably should have saved for this round, because then we would have a really healthy buy, actually. If you look at what they currently have, they have these 2 M4s and they probably would have had 4 M4s. Yeah.
Aggressive with it. SK playing passive, they know what's up. Ooh, wow, the bomb spotted. Falling gets the refrag with the AWP. Ugly will fall back. Just shaving off the numbers. That does actually serve to help NRG in a position like this. Now the question really is for SK. How do we take map control here? In which way will we do that? And also, which side are we looking for? Because right now, to me, it seems like they could do the sort of Danish B split where you send 1 man into mid and you take 3 in through the apartments, B apartments into B. That could be a possibility for SK. Got 2 towards Cat though.
Yeah, this is actually really smart, because as the round fades on Mirage, the A players' smokes, their Molotovs, that all fades out. So then they have to watch halls and ramp, typically drawing the connector guy towards the A site or the window guy towards ticket. So 2 people A, the Cat guy falls to go to B similarly. And then you get mid almost for free. So you can see SK pretty much just took mid for free.
1 player boosted on default for NRG. Still lying in wait as Daps. 25 seconds remain. Oh, just about getting there. Still standing on the box though. And that's some extra damage done, but the round will go to SK Gaming.
SK a little bit fortunate because NRG had a couple of opportunities there to get some very fast frags as the CZs were pushing in. And NRG had everybody, all 4 players, pretty much ready to go for that fight. So that could have gone the other way for sure.
Yeah.
So a pretty decent round from both teams, all things done, said and done. But now it's the USPs, the full save.
Ooh, I like it. Lots of players in the middle window position, and Fallen, does he try to protect the gun? He doesn't have a... Everyone apart from Fallen has a HE grenade. If Fallen had a HE, he could HE the gun and send it back towards him, but Daps will steal it away. And he doesn't even know if the gun is gone or not, I don't think. Holding the tight angle, but at least he can try to hold position. And Daps can try to hold on to this gun. We move towards the next buy round of NRG, and it will be a tied scoreline. I do wonder what the AWP situation will be on Sasek. They get, was it 29 or 24? I guess 29, so we'll see. If he goes naked. I wonder if... Ooh.
Snap.
Oh, Freeze, why are you
That
so
was
good?
so nice.
It's like just snap the neck.
Damn.
Just like quick, clean.
Why are you so good? No AWP for Sec. See if NRG can win a rifle round. And if SK can take the lead.
Yeah, it is one of those things, isn't it? Like, Saki is so sick in the AWP. It's kind of sad not to see him have one earlier. But we'll see if he can win this round. It's always a possibility. SK with a relatively slow pace in this round. Letting the initial grenades sort of run their course. To be poking and prodding towards the apartments. In the meantime, SK also have presence towards Palace and a ramp, and the chance to also go down through underpass towards mid. Does look like they are going to be going for this play into the A side after all. Ball in. If he gets a pick here, that's huge. Suck down. Falling for another pick. Flick comes in to the duck there, saving Fugly. Ooh, he's teasing. Cold0 almost walks into it. That could have been a very embarrassing moment, but Cold0 will take down Ethan, and Fugly now is left alone. Well, they predict he's there. The Molotovs will. He's giving up great flashbangs here. A double for Fugly, in fact. Can he get any more? Ooh, it's so close. The USP comes out. Fugly is just a beast, but it's not enough.
He did so much damage there.
Yeah. And then the round was over and they lost.
Yes,
Like, what?
Yeah. I was like, man, they're going to win this.
Yeah.
But everybody died around it.
How did they even die?
Bullets, probably.
There's a lurker in mid.
Oh, yeah. If I just own them from Cat. That was so weird.
That was weird.
That felt really strange. Okay, it's back to Pistons for NRG. They're not having a great time of it at the moment. You do wonder if we'll see Suck with the AWP next. They surely have to get him on there.
Well, there's nowhere to stand, nowhere to hide on the B bomb site for SK. Looking sharp against NRG so far. Definitely taking the reins of this match at the moment, SK. They need Circle on the AWP, that is for sure.
Yeah, it's just a must now. Okay. Give me that orb. Do it. That spawned it, he's gonna drop it, surely. Where is he?
I saw two.
Oh, there's two, nice.
Double up.
The double orb.
I actually don't think I've seen Daps off in a long time.
I don't recall Daps AWPing at all.
Yeah.
Cirque, though, something we never forget.
How
for
dare
sure.
you run out mid-dry on Cirque? How dare you?
To be honest, who was it that did it against Guardian? Was it Fnatic? No, who was it?
I don't remember.
There was this, oh god, there's this round where It'll come to me.
Thanks, Dan.
But they all basically 5 people just ran out dry against Guardian, and I forget.
Sounds like a good way to get it on.
Henry G was casting it. I'll ask him. Oh, it's Na'Vi. It was Na'Vi, of course it was.
Oh, he was losing his mind.
Yeah, he's losing his mind.
I remember that.
Yeah. It was atrocious, but that said, their mid game on Mirage is awful, generally speaking. Na'Vi, that is. Anyways, a 4v3 here. NRG with just less than a minute left. Breeze has got a good off angle there, watching over the cap position, and you can see that generally NRG seem to have a good understanding as to where the traffic is going. Unless SK switch things up and drop into connector for a full push onto A, NRG should be good positionally here. 35 seconds. And they start to progress even further. And Breeze, how much damage will he do? That's the question. One frag, that's the bomb. All the information for his team. The trade is there, but how much more can they do? Great work from Cold, though.
20 seconds for this bomb to go down, and it's really nowhere near getting planted. It's on Cat.
Oh.
That is a humongous frag, a much needed, a desperate frag. That leaves Fugly alone, and Stewie's got the angle, Stewie's got the AWP, Stewie's got the round.
Yeah, that's a huge round by Stewie, because not only did he actually win that round, but he's showing Daps he's basically fearless to just keep picking into the FACEIT. And it doesn't matter if that's rifling or opping, he's just aggressively just running in and taking the fight. So what's going to probably happen next gun round is Daps is going to either ask for a deep upper B smoke to get upper B control, or he's going to send Cirque there to off it, which takes Cirque off middle if that happens. I highly doubt Daps is going to keep playing the same game at B because of how Stewie's playing it. So Stewie's really dictating his pace, like what the CTs are doing right now with that.
That is actually a really good point. It's so annoying, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like you have to like deal with it somehow.
Yeah, he has to find a way to deal with it because now it's like 2-3 rounds in a row where Stewie's just fearlessly coming up. He threw that nade directly on him.
Could you see them going for like a 3-man B push, like 1 apps 2 underpass or something like really?
Yeah, I mean,
invest against
they have to do something. Like they can't just sit there and play like default setup.
NRG on the struggle bus, as Dan would say.
Struggle bus.
In the driving seat, the passenger seats. They're even inflating the tires right now. Desert Eagles out for a number of, well, all the surviving NRG players. Daps has widowed them, if you will. Or rather, SK have. NRG moving 3 players into the B-bomb site, and SK slowing it down. 2 players towards A would often mean that ultimately we will expect an A play. Cold Zero spotting mid and slowly rotating the bomb towards A. Will we see any underpass play? Perhaps not with the AKs. They may just choose to burst out of the ramp together. As you can see, Cirque, he's on a journey with his Desert Eagle Blaze. Off to find out what is going on in the meantime. And NRG, of course, are rotating towards A.
Easy one. Now just SK to finish things off nice and clean.
I love that teams are using the new stair smoke. Basically complete stars. There's no gap from the stairs.
That's nice. Oh, they've gone back. That's really awesome because obviously when Cold Zero got that kill, he was carrying the bomb. I think he was still carrying the bomb. And Bolts will run distraction in the meantime. 8 HP, time for him to rotate and give nothing away to NRG whatsoever.
So SK actually, you know, crafting a formidable lead against NRG. I feel like, you know, you commonly see this though when I mean, I don't know if NRG is a team that suffers from this, but on that CT side, if you are not delicate with your economy and you lose that you lose the pistol round, it seems like it can really, whoa.
Oh dear.
I feel like that can really set some teams back massively because, for example, the amount of time it took for us to see Cirque with an AWP is a problem.
Why did he do that?
Maybe he was speaking too much Portuguese, he's like, speak English. Oh, you get knifed.
First one to speak Portuguese gets knifed in the back. Fallen checking the low ground, taking some bullets, but he's still alive. He is susceptible though to Granate. Oh boy, that is not what you were looking for, Cirque. That is not what you were looking for.
You don't save to have that happen to you.
Told you, man. Fallen's warmed up. Daps needs to get 2 now. Point of no return for Daps. Only good for 1 though. 2 versus 4. And NRG are not having a good time on Mirage. RSK going to hand them their first loss of ECS Season 5.
I mean, regardless of Fallen getting those kills, again, they were going to run into B dry. Like, NRG definitely needs to do something about the fact that SK is taking advantage of B apps. I was surprised they didn't do it that round. Maybe Cirque being on Cat is like kind of their solution to that. He could like swivel and hold upper B as well. Maybe it's like, maybe that's what they're planning on doing actually. It's just when he dies through the smoke.
Yeah, it's
it's over.
What can you do? What is the solution now? I think because things are really starting to get out of hand for NRG. They need to at least get 5 or 6 rounds. We know them to have a great T side on Mirage. But with SK feeling confident, things do get a bit troublesome. So NRG, save coming up. We've seen a lot of Counter-Strike today.
A lot.
Generally. Oh, okay, yeah,
like
fair enough. We had
like,
overtimes, yeah.
We've had like a lot of overtimes. I feel like almost close to 2 extra maps. Right, we've got the pistols. Fugly with the M4. Fallen spotted with the AWP, and they'll start to slowly rotate additional players towards that A site to assist.
SK has no map control, so this could go well for NRG.
Late top mid smoke. Interesting. Ooh, with push timing. Oh, they're going to be running around. Okay, that's going to set some alarm bells ringing for SK. Now the grenades go over.
Yeah, it seems they're going to commit to this. They've got the equipment for it, so why the hell not? And maybe NRG will tell them why not. 3 versus 2. Cold Zero on the high ground, Cold Zero in the sandwich. He is not high health. Trying to punish the Traces. He's got to find something out of this. But he can't take a bullet, especially from a deagle.
He's so weak now. Do they have the ability to spam him out? Do they know that he's there? They must. There's some sunburns.
He's taken the bullet already.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure onto Cold. He could just die at any moment. Fallen's going to get in there, apply some relief for Cold Zero. Cold Zero eventually going down to the Deagle, but Fallen 1v2, as you say, he's looking warm. He's looking good so far today, as the AWP is a great threat, but it's not the ideal weapon for this scenario. They can easily trade him out if they get good spacing between one another, if they play this right. Oh, but they're going to just go for the defuse, and it works out. Fallen goes down in the end as well, and the AWP collected. Fugly finishes it off, and that is a much-needed round.
I thought Fallen was winning that.
That was crazy.
Yeah, me too.
Fugly just stuck that.
It's really cool as well because saving the AWP essentially gives Cirque an extra AWP should something go wrong, which, I mean, these are the dying rounds of the first half, but every little helps. So let's see how this continues. Cirque now moving towards the connector position. Molotov's off immediately. Fugly, he might have heard the player above him, but 1 kill is great. Can he escape though?
That's really huge, just like getting that kill towards the underpass. I mean, that sort of like helps to alleviate some of that B apartments pressure that Sean's been talking so much about. So it's good to see that that works out for NRG. And instead now the question is put to SK. Okay, you guys are actually 4v5. You're playing from a disadvantage. You know, how are you going to remedy this? The bomb is down to T-spawn still, and SK have a decisive amount of mid control. So perhaps if they've done all they can do in mids. NRG don't need to retake it. They would be giving SK opportunities for frags should they attempt to do so, and it's not worth it. And meanwhile, the bomb is ferried towards the A side of the map. That is pretty huge.
Bomb on the ramp, being given to Bolt so Fallen can peek and not give the entire game away. Also in case he gets picked off, which he might be because Cirque is waiting for him.
Oh wow, look at Cold go.
He hears Daps making some noise. Oh, Fugly maybe saved the day, but what do they read of this? Look at that. Cirque immediately goes back towards A. He realizes maybe they're going to try to rotate, but now they can't because Cold gets taken down. Ethan trying to buy time. The flashbang is there. There are only 18 seconds to plant the bomb. Ethan does not need to peek, but he will get wallbanged. Stewie very close now, but can he help secure the plant? The flashbang is there. He can force CTs back at the very least. Bolts has to plant the bomb now.
Stewie going for the peek. Sprays there. Fugly gets the double though, and that's going to be the round for NRG. They save the day. Fugly with 4. And I think that kill towards B, just getting rid of Cold, I felt like Daps is just going to die. If Fugly doesn't appear, Cold will kill Daps. So very nice. There you can see the initial aggression from Fugly here as well. Looking like he had no idea too.
Yeah, it was like one of those weird like National Geographic scenes where like a lion is like sneaking up on like an unknowing gazelle. Poor Daps.
Yeah.
Just hiding in the sight, has no idea Cold lurking up.
Yeah, Cold is Jaws. Stewie going back for the B apartment aggression. Bunny hopping his way forwards, not respecting, I wouldn't say Daps, but he just doesn't respect anyone. So, so it's the equal.
Oh, this is trouble because he's actually ahead of this mole.
Disrespect.
Well then, deal with that.
Do you think Daps is sweating?
I think so.
I
mean, he wasted his entire utility. His entire grenade set in about 30 seconds.
Oh, you're right. All the nades apart from one flash gone. Yeah. Stewie, man, it's the stuff of nightmares. Is Stewie falling, going for the contact peek towards ticket. Wondering perhaps where the AWPs are.
On the way is your answer, Dan, because Cirque is making his way towards CT, and it'll be interesting now who has a superior angle. If Fallen makes his way towards Sandwich, he might catch Cirque off guard. Fallen can't really go deep enough to peek Ethan. So
oh, this is
maybe
dirty.
he looks towards CT on the other side of triple.
Process of elimination.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's gone too far on that one.
That's
but now
so
he's learned the angle.
So difficult because he can't unscope and he feels like he's going to get something. It's a really tough spot, and they've got 20 seconds. They've got to get their skates on into that A site.
And they are starting to do so. Volts gets the Molotov down, but Ethan's already making his exit there, so no sound cues. There's a smoke to give him some space. There's the kill, moving back into the shadow position, but he was spotted by 5, 4, 3. It's too late. The round's been won.
That's a great shot from Cirque. Fugly in there as well. Stewie, will he fall? No. NRG with a comeback, and we can see the comeback is due to some adjustments and also getting the AWPs on the go. Also, and it's not just, let's say, the AWPs fragging being the defining factor of having AWPs. It's also like what it means to the Ts for the CTs to have AWPs, and how they'll then adjust their game plan, and how you can then play your setups as well as the CTs. It changes everything. And lots of B presence again from SK. They want to bully Daps. Will Daps be bullied?
That's definitely what it seems like their game plan is. Their game plan definitely seems to be like go B a lot right now.
Go get Daps.
Trying to exploit man like Daps. Moving under the window, completely blind.
That was a good hit.
How much distance does he have here? There are 3 CTs and spray transfer from Daps. What are you doing on the B bomb site, he asks. 2 versus 3 now. The bomb needs to be picked up and planted. Rotation coming in from NRG. Seems that Ethan's making his way towards the cat position. Will he even be needed? It's Fallen left alone with a CZ and a UMP. Pistol fight, but Cirque will win this time. 8-7 though, favoring SK Gaming.
That was a really good round by Daps. Like that nade was so well timed.
Yeah, like it like hit one of them and then like sort of hit another one, ricocheted into the center of the grid. You'd love to see those ones. It's like grenades are so satisfying in this game because they feel like so unforgiving.
Yeah.
It's really sad times when a grenade does no damage. Straight A, perhaps. P50 Kevlar on Breeze. Smoke, smoke, flash, flash on Fugly and Daps. That is cool. See if they can get use that utility to get themselves a guaranteed bomb plant.
Uh-oh. Stewie's Brazilian butt lift obviously sticking out behind the box. Breeze with 2 kills at the beginning of this round, and this is a very fast pistol round indeed. For all day he's been the man on the pistol rounds, and he continues with 2 kills so far, leaving Fugly alone at a... he doesn't really have the range for the one-shots here, Fugly, and he's about to jump into the window and give his position away. coldzera ready, waiting, and delivering. 9-7 for SK Gaming.
Yeah, both teams tried to run really similar pistol rounds. With, you know, smoke CT and push jungle. Just NRG couldn't even get to jungle. SK felt like they had everyone there by the time they even reached the stairs.
Yeah, I actually thought that it would be a really strong pistol from NRG.
Yeah.
I don't know why, just like, I felt like they'd get the bomb down at the very least, so very good work for SK. And we will get the force buy with some utility into the A site. Very dangerous. This is cool. I mean, you don't often see teams prioritize the smokes and the force buy, so I like this from NRG. Cold in the mix though with the MP9, eventually traded out as the remainder of his side starts to try to rotate in. It's just Stewie though at the moment. He's waiting for his teammates, so he can't do too much here over the top of the smokes. With the stairs. Great nade though, good damage, but Fugly nails Fern. It's a solid chance now for NRG.
That is a huge frag, and a big gun picked up. Fugly with the M4A4 looking for his 3rd kill of the round. Stewie and Bolts moving together, moving slowly, carefully. Molotovs have ended. There is no defuse kit carried by these 2 players. Do they try to draw these plays out, win by elimination? The baiting attempts are going on. Stewie, does he have the 2nd play ready? Ah! I don't know if the communication was there or what happened, but...
I think he just knows that the other player is going to swing, so he has to kill that guy behind him before he even kills the other guy's spawn.
Yeah, one or the other. 9-8. In favor of SK for now, but they have been broken. They have been broken. Let's see now if NRG can stabilize. It was not the most comfortable CT side for them, but perhaps opportunity knocks.
Oh. Ooh. The crouch peek with the CZ. Scary stuff. That is a gun potentially available. Actually, not sure what he's done.
Oh no.
Oh, the timing. Oh, wow. That is quite fortunate for Dabs.
Oh.
And Stewie will collect the AK. Fugly opening things up towards B. That is a really timely pick. NRG needed to open the channel here, but they may not expect Fur to be ready and waiting with the CZ. That's one frag. Fur almost getting himself a 2nd one. He lined it up, but the recoil was not forgiving for him in that moment as Cirque gets the kill, and the bomb will be planted as SK now begin to rotate in the remainder. coldzera. Now dead zero. Just Stewie left with the AK, trying to save it. Dabs with the MP9. And that's the score all tied up, 9-9, and SK's money ruined. So NRG playing a pretty scrappy style, and it's working out quite well so far on their T side.
Yeah, something I've noticed too is NRG actually does have a lot of success on those scrappy rounds previously in the season. It's definitely something to look out for when you play them. I mean, they typically win those rounds actually, which is why I wasn't surprised they went for it on CT side.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's one way to make a lot of money.
It's very explosive.
It's a quick $1,800 plus the round win bonus. That's almost 5K. In fact, that is about just over 5K, isn't it?
Bosh. 10-9 SK in a spot that NRG found themselves in, just like not having enough money for the AWPs or like the full utility. It'd be quite interesting to see what approach NRG have. I'm just always curious with them, just because they actually have quite a bit of innovation on their, as far as their strats go. MP9 and Mac 10, FAMAS. Here comes the mid push. Ooh, very unprepared for that, surprisingly.
Flashes towards B. Will coldzera get his sight back anytime soon? He will, and just in time to get taken out by Daps. This is Mac 10. Where's the trade? Kills Stewie going for the 1 versus 1, but Breeze will trade and shoots his gun into oblivion. Default plant coming in. Circle on the high ground, circle on the low ground. One place towards short, but there are smokes all over the shop. That smoke will create space and help Fallen get out of the door position if he wants to. But he's going to go towards the window. Circle position unknown. To the deep corner. Can they get a double peek out of this? Do they even know where he is? Getting his bell rung. Hiding behind the bench now. Fallen pretty close and pre-fire from Cirque. He did good, but he couldn't do enough.
He is so good.
He managed that situation so well. Like the molly in the middle of the site was just like actual genius.
It's terrifying. Honestly, it's just like watching him. If you're like a fan of SK right there, it's just terrifying just watching him move around right there. You just feel like he's gonna win it. The way he's able to manipulate all of these like angles to just get one-on-ones.
Against SK. Damn. And yeah, like he did a lot of additional damage there. A lot of kills that many players would not have been able to get. So
treating Stewie like Stewie was treating the B-bomb site right there.
Just desserts, perhaps.
Oh.
And it's a quick 5v4, and so this is a really good time to take stock of a team's T side. What's their protocol for a 5v4 really early on? How do they want to play this? Some teams like to play it slow, some like to play it a bit faster. But ultimately, you have an advantage, a massive one as the T's.
So that's Fugly right there at B, basically just being like, okay, I'm gonna smoke balcony. I dare you to push through this, because you won't. Like realistically, you will not push through that. So that basically forces 2 people at the B bomb site because the B guy has no info. That's a little bit of a sloppy death right there by Breeze.
Brezzy.
Brezzy. Breh. See.
49 seconds remain for NRG, and Cirque continues to deliver. Just somewhere on the map, killing people. Nice burst there from Daps, and finally takes Cirque down, and the bomb. 40-second mark, and that is a disastrous run of events for NRG. The bomb is down, Cirque is down, Daps has got 4 HP, and he's one of 2 people alive for NRG.
I actually really like that angle Cold Zero was holding. That's a good kill by Daps.
Ooh. Fur is taking no prisoners. He is serious business at the moment. Fugly has at least collected the bomb, and he's got the ability to get a plant in. Oh, that is very nice by Fugly. Does he have any read as to where the last player is? He does, but he has to go for the plant here. He's got no time to mess around with Bolts. Bolts goes for the push. The gun cannot be drawn in time, and the round will go to SK. That was a very tight one, and Fur played out of his skin to make that happen.
Huge 4K for Fur. Bolts retrieving an AWP, presumably.
What's the...
Where they're trying to communicate where the AWP is. There it is.
But where's the money at for both teams? Okay, so...
NRG looks like they can buy again.
Yeah, and look at how much damage SK is sustaining on these rounds they're winning. They're losing a lot of players.
Yeah, it's almost like if NRG wins 1 round, they just get a bonus 2. So it's like 3 rounds right now.
And I mean, like, yeah, if you can imagine where the money is now, imagine if, you know, Cirque hadn't killed those 2 extra players on that 1v3. You know, it's, it all adds up. Really hard to say where this will go. Sorry, James, go.
I was just going to say Bolts threw a flash to buy different grenades just for people at home. You wonder why you sometimes see a flash in spawn. You were going to ask a question, but there might not be time for it because it seems a fast execute. A with smokes from NRG. Cold Zero lets one past to communicate to his teammates, but he was not expecting that. Daps checking everything.
That is big. Daps gets the instant plant as well. Really important. Although actually the bomb's yet to be planted. Daps actually coming off with the plant here. 3v3 ensues as the smokes begin to dissipate and wane. You've got to be really cautious as to where you find yourselves as the T's if you have not planted the bomb and the smokes are gone. Because now you don't have the smokes anymore. How do you handle the situation? So 3v3, you can reset it. There might be the opportunity for a double back. You've got a minute to play with. How much do they feel they are committed into this position? And you can see Fur begins to go, or sorry, Bolts begins to go back. So just cutting noise for NRG has a similar effect. Fallen will try to get some information for his team, and the resmoke comes in on the CT. That is probably the best smoke to throw, all things considered.
Daps goes for attempt number 2, and a circle mess gets taken out. Fallen creating space. Did he see Daps in the corner of the smoke? Apparently not. Ooh. All the pre-fires from Fallen, and all the punishing from Daps. Trade from Bolts, though. And there is time on the clock for these two players on the SK Gaming side. Bolts with the kit, Fur without, coming from the connector position. Cirque has to commit to this, and he delivers. Now they fight through the smoke. Bolts touching the bomb, and shooting Cirque immediately. Maybe the barrel of his gun was showing. And there is a much-needed round number 12 from SK, but they're still poor. Only one person surviving.
That's something, Cirque just did something that's like really Skadoodle-esque, and that's when you're in that 1-on-2, and say that guy spawn gets this kill on Daps, you know he's not going to be the guy that first challenges you, so you start looking for the other guy, right? And then at that point, you know where the last guy is for the 1-on-1, because a team like SK, that guy isn't just going to run in and challenge you and just give you a free kill, right? So you can see, that's like a really actually smart play by Cirque. Just like immediately look for the other kill, knowing the spawn guy isn't going to peek him first.
He is pretty scary. Oh my days! That's a great peek from Fulton. That's so deep, so committed. And he actually finds a slither of Cirque. That's kind of insane. I am impressed, very impressed. I mean, it's... Fulton's just a very impressive person, so I feel like it's extra impressive when he impresses you, because just used to being impressed. That's my logic. 3v5 here for NRG, not a good spot, only getting worse too. This is falling apart. Now things are starting to look a little bit grim.
Yeah, because now SK, if they win this round clean, they're gonna have the economy edge, and winning a round isn't gonna get you back in the game.
Fallen lies in wait. Look at that big blue laser. He's a kid with a laser pen, shining it into the eyes of a helicopter pilot. Oh, Daps with the crouch peek. Where is this coming from? But it is a highlight in a non-round for NRG. And again, they've had a number of rounds where they had the money to break SK Gaming, who survived time after time with one player. Those opportunities have gone now. 3,000 per person for NRG. And SK might be in with a chance of getting their first victory on the board today.
Breaking NRG's clean. Clean 10-0. Galil, CZ, PD Fitty. Not a happy time. Cirque, is he going to save for Aup? No. Out comes the force from him as well. A set piece perhaps. They've had some pretty decent success, but SK have this reputation for being like one of the best, well maybe perhaps the best team on A retakes on Mirage as well. They're very patient. They use their grenades, their utility very, very well.
Excuse me.
I think this is an exec where like Cirque will throw a smoke and jump on someone's head to throw a Molotov like really quick. I've seen them do this before. Yeah, it's pretty insane.
That's awesome. What is that one? Okay.
Back triple.
Yeah, that's so cool.
They are swarming the site, NRG, and Cold Zero gets taken down as well as Dewey 2K. What is the play from SK? Is this to round NRG win after all the opportunities to break the CT side? Is this fashion in which they win a round once again? Ethan taking Fallen down. After a nice angle to play for Fallen and other CT players, but they're all walking into the Gatling gun, and with 4 players alive for NRG, it's such a perfect round for them because they collect all these weapons, which gives them an extra buy should something go wrong.
How do you play the A-side against that?
That was amazing. Oh, I did get extinguished. Oh, okay. He threw a smoke grenade to extinguish it and it was just stuck in the smoke. That's actually so genius. Yeah. That's a really cool timing for that. And it's completely safe. And that also means that no one's running up the stairs with the Molotov out. They got their guns out. It's really cool. And these are some of the details that you were mentioning before that like, makes NRG a little bit special. And the small details like that took Colt out of the rounds.
Yeah.
And
like he's playing in the A site, so he's vulnerable to die. but he has another teammate with him that he can't even help. Like, he's just stuck in a smoke. So it's just excellent utility usage, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, really nice play. And off at the back of that special play, NRG will actually be back in business. We see the economy for SK, obviously, it's been weak pretty much the entire game, as has NRG, just due to the exchange, the consistent exchange of damage. This is it's a heavyweight fight between these two teams. So what do we got here? Breeze does have a pretty good spawn, but he's not going to go for a fast timing. Fugly will have fast timing though. Do you think it's odd for... Actually, no, never mind. I'll ask this question later. Not relevant now.
Curiosity peaking.
Double laddering play from SK. Ooh, Stewie exposed. Ethan picking the Palace position, and that's bad timing for Stewie. And this is a critical time in the game. Imagine if they go 0-3 for the day, SK. Their economy cannot withstand a loss in this round. NRG looking for a reaction. Meanwhile, the bomb is rotating. They're leaving Fugly towards B, maybe making a play for the underpass.
Breeze with a very nice engagement there, and that's a 5v3 now as they start to try to push in on top of this A bomb site. Life looks quite problematic for SK as they wait patiently for this push to come in on the angle. M4 maybe not the best gun for the job, but it's all that he has. He gets some damage in, but it's not nearly enough as Fugly deflects Coldzera. It leaves bolts as the remainder for SK, and he's got to save. NRG are well back in this. They are looking good now.
Yeah.
It looks so desperate. It was all in that one set piece with just CZs and
now SK is going to be forced to save. It's not really a round you would buy it. It's not a forced round because you can full buy the next round. So we're likely going to see NRG hit 14 rounds.
Oh, they blanked him. Poor bolts. Ooh, he's got some bolts of his own. Bolts and a crossbow. 13 apiece, and as Sean said, 14 looks good for NRG. That's a tight angle. Nothing likes to be around that position as well. Around connector, between connector and jungle.
Yeah, hold like the off angle towards the under balcony.
Yeah. Ooh, nice, but what can he get out of it? Not a lot. 3 players dead very quickly indeed. So much time on the clock, such little offense for SK in this round. It's a brief one, it's a swift one. Get it out of the way, focus on the buy rounds.
Daps has been spicy this game. He's had some spicy rounds.
And that buy from Fallen actually hurt his economy here, because he just bought a scout, so he went from being able to afford maybe off half armor to like he has a FAMAS.
Oh god, why has he done
armor
that?
Smoke.
Yeah,
in the words of NRG. Why has he done that?
I mean, you go big or you go home, James. You know, sometimes you just gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Hey, don't you talk to us about biscuits, alright? You know nothing of biscuits.
I know they're tasty. That is what I know.
I first had an American biscuit in Washington, D.C. because my friend insisted on seeing what McDonald's was like here. And it was not a biscuit.
I apologize.
A McDonald's biscuit?
Yeah, I mean, we went to McDonald's.
Biscuits. You're going to have it? Okay.
Well, it wasn't my choice, was it? That's the whole story I just gave you, Dan. It was the other guy. The guy I used to work with.
Why was it? I mean, James, it's always a choice. Okay.
Closest I've had.
Don't let anyone take that away from you.
I was staying at his uncle's house. How could I say no?
Closest I've had to a British biscuit is on a British Airways flight. It was good.
Do they even give you biscuits? I don't even know if they give you biscuits. Anyway, guys, come on. There's less than a minute on the clock here for NRG to get an opening kill at this point. There is a gap in this smoke. I'm sure there is. And he's looking for something. And now he has been denied. But what can they do, SK? What can they read from this? There is presence in mid for NRG with at least 2 players. Oh! What were they doing? Like spinning tops?
Just hanging out. Fer. Oh, he's got a gap! It's a big, big gap as well for Fer to try to play off of. And that's an easy frag for him. That's Fugly down. That's Ethan down for maximizing the use out of that gap in the smoke, which was not accounted for. And it's going to create a 2v2. NRG going to find some trouble in this round. Do get the bomb down though. Daps and Circle left. Daps has a Cirque who has an AWP. That is always a... Well, I was going to say it's going to be a comfort, but he's dead.
He was only baiting, so took the bait and took one in the face as well. Daps of 16 HP, 1 versus 2. Now it's time for him to shine. Spots Fer, re-aggresses, but a crouch peek from Fer will keep SK in the game. 14 rounds apiece.
What a round by Fer.
That smoke, man.
Yeah, that smoke was dodge.
That smoke really hurt them so badly. If that smoke had been good,
yeah.
I mean, what can you do against that? There's nothing.
That's just the problem, just throwing on-the-fly smoke. I mean,
yeah.
He just threw that from... I think Ethan threw that from halls. Like, you don't really have a lineup for that. You're just kind of winging it.
Yeah, sometimes it works out against you, or to your disadvantage, which is a shame. But again, such is the nature of things. Nice start from Fallen, goes for the connector pick, will be rewarded with that. 14-14, very close game between these two teams, and to remind you, NRG's clean record is at stake. They're 10 wins, 0 losses in the league at the moment. Will this be their first loss? It's hard to say at this point, but they are not looking good in this round, and Fallen, he could very well get the next one. The tease is there, and Fallen's usually very good at catching those kills, but not this time. Ethan will keep his life.
I've noticed, I think Ethan might be one of the best jiggle peekers right now in ECS. Like, I've noticed it in FPL and then today in this match. He jiggles angles so well.
Fallen jiggle no more in this round. Will there be the boost on the barrel position? Fer's up there, spotting. Oh,
there's
my
another
God. Well, Sean said it. That was absolutely disgusting.
Jiggliest.
That was nasty, dude. That was nasty. That was emotional. What can you do when you get peaked like that? I'd love to see that from Ethan's perspective. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. The Jiggle Master. That is awesome. NRG actually, again, they were 5v4. Fallen got the opening pick onto Daps at the beginning of the rounds through Connector. And NRG just sort of waltzed themselves straight up there. And this is one of those things that makes NRG quite fearsome, is that they do have a good team play, some good mid-round calling, and some good strategy, and some cool tactics and so on. But they also have the individual skill to actually just brute force their way out of bad situations sometimes. So they have all the tools. I think I tweeted recently, I feel like they're a team that have all the tools. So I'm awaiting that big run. I'm sure they've got a big run up their sleeves in a LAN tournament, an offline tournament.
I think they're due
this year. Cannot wait for that.
Match point for NRG. The early smoke down, and ooh, okay. So only Bolts has a Molotov, and he is on B. So if this execute comes in fast from NRG, SK can't do much to slow it down. It's going to be all about the guns.
Good start. We see that. That's boost Molotov again, and you can see how everything is just inaccessible. Stewie straight through the smoke with the UMP, trying to get done what he can, but it's not very much. And Fallen's all he can do to go through the smoke with the flash, and he's going to get denied as well. It was not the perfect setup. Now it's Bolts to prevent SK from defeat against 5, and it's not looking all that likely as he looks to face, and he'll get taken down in the back. 16-14 NRG, 11-0 in ECS.
Yeah, they keep their clean sheet. That was quite the fight towards the end. Stewie was so unlucky in that last round because he flashed everybody but one person on Tetris. I don't know if they were trying to avoid getting flashed or what, but who knows what might have happened. It's almost unfortunate for SK in a way that they have 4 games in a row. As soon as they make quite significant player change, although who knows if it would have made a difference. NRG again, they keep their clean sheet and they look good.
Very good, James. Look, they continue to impress our NA overlords.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you had told me last season that NRG will be 11-0, you know, like, I would have loved.
And they're doing it fundamentally correct too.
Yes.
Like that's like the crazy thing is that they're not doing this by like miraculously getting like headshots across the map. No, they're actually playing fundamentally correct Counter-Strike.
It's really cool to see, and very unexpected. Normally, you expect that there has to be like an old core with a, some very good in-game leader, but there's a lot of new blood, and they're actually doing a great job. Wow. And Daps, his individual level has been stepping up as well. You can see on the scoreboard here, he's not doing anything incredible, but he has some very important and impactful rounds.
I mean, when you think about how he started that match, for him to end with 20 frags, he was doing work that second half right there.
Agreed.
Yeah, that was really cool stuff from NRG. SK short of the mark, unfortunately, for them, but there's one more map and maybe they can get the W on Inferno. That's coming up after the break. We will see you back here shortly.
Here.